What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 39 of my Liverpool FC playthrough here in Football Manager 2016. Today, it's the penultimate episode of the season. We're going to be taking on Spurs, and it's a big game at the top of the table with a lot riding on it. Just curiously, before we get into today's episode, which will, spoilers and warning, be a shorter one, we're playing at Wembley, which I'm a little bit surprised by. Tottenham last year in FM often got a new stadium built, and often it was called New White Hart Lane. In this save, they currently play at Wembley, but there's nothing to suggest it's only a kind of temporary stadium. It's like they've moved there permanently. Now, maybe I'm just missing something here, but it says like move to Wembley complete, and this was a year ago. And usually on the facilities screen, I'd expect it somewhere to say that they're moving to a new stadium. Now, this might be a case of it just isn't showing the fact they're moving to a new stadium, or they might actually be playing at Wembley. I guess time will tell, but that is where we're going to be for today's game. Anyway, as I mentioned, it is a big one, and it will be the penultimate episode of the season, with a 6-game kind of run of matches left until the end of the season. We are top of the league by 3 points and goal difference to Arsenal, who are in second, who also have 6 games left. Spurs, who we play today, are currently 7 points behind us. If they were to win, they'd go 4 points behind. And yeah, this game really is going to shape how our final kind of run in towards the end of the season is going to go. So in terms of how I plan on covering the last few episodes of the season, today we will just be doing the Tottenham game. It's a big game in itself, but hopefully we can get a win. Following on from this, next episode we will be coming back near enough immediately. We will be starting with the Everton game, and I'm going to be doing a 100% live com of the last 4 games of the season for episode 40. I thought we'd mark the occasion by counting down, I guess, the end of the season. There's going to be a load of big games in here against Everton, Watford, West Ham, Crystal Palace. And yeah, we've got that to look forward to. That's going to kind of, I guess, shape how we get on at the top of the table. So anyway, as I mentioned, shorter episode today. Looking at the team, only real big miss for us is Alexander Lacazette. Of course, last episode we suffered the disappointment of going out the Champions League. Today, we have to try and bounce back from that. And I'm going to be looking towards our team to at least give it a real good go. Because to be honest, we really need to win the league now. A season here without winning the league, without winning the kind of Champions League, without winning the FA Cup, no silverware, would be pretty disappointing. Of course, last year we won the Capital One Cup. That was okay, but really we're looking for real silverware. And I would really ideally like to have got something by now in terms of, a serious competition. But we still have the Premier League, and that's got to be our focus right here, right now. So looking at the team, fairly fit. Nothing major going on here, really. Mario Götze not 100% match sharp, but he's going to play today regardless. Our midfield and kind of just overall team is pretty standard. We're going actually with the exact same team that played against PSG. I want these players to go out there and prove to me that they can perform. And this is a big game for them to do it. It's going to be a little bit of a risk, I guess you could argue, playing a team that got beaten against PSG 3-0. However, these players are more than capable of kind of, actually performing. And today is one of those days where we're going to be looking for them to do just that. Now, of course, last time we met Tottenham, it was in a live com, and we won that game 4-1. I accidentally skipped over my team talk there. Hopefully we won't live to regret it. But last time we played Tottenham, it was a 4-1 win. I'm looking for a similar performance today. I want us to go out there and dominate, and I'm hoping that the players are going to be able to do that, as we have a chance here. Sturridge dispossessed, but it will come out to Fred. Inside to Henderson. A good early goal here would be fantastic. Firmino, oh my gosh, he's just scored a thunder bastard when we needed one most. 25 yards out, Roberto Firmino unleashes a pile driver. Defenders stood off him just a little bit, gave him a look in at goal, and he said, thank you very much for that look in. He hammered it in on his right foot, and it goes straight into the top corner. That is the kind of goal we need in this kind of game to get us off to an absolute flyer. This is going to be a massive game for us. A win here puts us in such a great commanding position to try and go out there and win the league with 4 games left. This is one of the toughest games we've got left of this run of results. Even a defeat here wouldn't be the end of the world. A draw would be adequate, I guess, all things considering. But we want more from that, and we might have more from that as Götze hits the crossbar. 6 minutes in, and it could have been 2-0. Mario Götze just found himself through on goal. Defensive lapse by Spurs, but the crossbar denied him. And 15 minutes in, It's a good start, but it could have been that little bit better for us. Now Firmino's injured. Well, he goes from hero to injured, I guess, in the space of just a few minutes. We're going to bring on Gabriel Barbosa. Now, Barbosa here, Gabigol, fantastic player in FM, loads of potential, plays for Brazil internationally. So far since we signed him, he's not done that much for us. He's got 3 goals in 29 league games in the last 2 years. Gabigol, this is your time to come big for us. A match like this is the kind of match that can kickstart a player like his career at the club. He's been at the club 3 years. He's still in his early 20s. He's never really been a regular first team player. Of course, this year he did have an injury which kept him out for 2 months. But this is a game he's coming into and he has a chance to make a difference in. But he's going to need to make a difference now because El Shaarawy has just scored. Spurs get a goal back. They peg us back. It's now 1-1. Their first shot of the game. Ball in by Danny Rose of all people, and well, no one tracking El Shaarawy. Mignolet didn't come for the cross and couldn't get across his goal line fast enough to stop the far post effort. And at 1-1, we might feel a little bit unlucky, all things considering. Now Daniel Sturridge injured. It gets better. We'll bring on Mbolo. So now we really are going with an unproven front two. Mbolo and Barbosa are going to be our strike force. With Lacazette injured already, I'm hoping that Sturridge and Firmino aren't long-term injuries. Otherwise, that could be a really serious problem for us. And I might just kick myself for not signing Dybala in January. Although we have a chance here. Is that Mario Götze with the goal or is it an own goal? It's an own goal. Alderweireld had to come across, had to put in a challenge because Mario Götze had the goal at his mercy. And well, although we might not have the strikers to score goals, if we get into these opportunities and can have the help of the Tottenham defence just like that, we're not going to need Lacazette or Sturridge to get us goals this year. But 2-1, I have to say that's probably deserved. Looking at the stats, we're all over Tottenham. Despite the issues we've had, despite the fact we've really had to take off, well, we've taken off our goal scorer and our top goal scorer so far this game. It's not been ideal, but we're doing okay. Mbolo and Gabriel Barbosa, both players who have got something to prove. I'm hoping they're going to put in a good performance here as Götze is threaded through by Mbolo. Ball could be whipped in here. It is. Mbolo's there. Cleared away only as far as Coutinho. I don't know if Mbolo got the final touch. He did. I think he stole the goal there from Coutinho. I'm not going to complain one little bit though. 3-1 it is. We are running rampant here at Wembley. And well, you can see here Coutinho with the header. And there's just a lot of confusion. And Mbolo just boots it in off the line, claims it as his own. I guess Coutinho will have to settle for the assist. His second of the game. And it's 3-1 and there might be more happening here in this match before half-time because Tottenham with a chance. Berardi, Bentaleb squeezes one in at the near post. Mignolet probably should do a little bit better there, but at 3-2 suddenly this game doesn't seem so comfortable for me, but definitely one for the neutrals at half-time. Bentaleb here, Mignolet on rushing and probably should do a little bit better there. Defence really let Mignolet down, leaving him so exposed. But that is going to take a little bit of a shine off that first half performance. Tottenham with 2 shots and 2 goals. I'm actually going to tell the players I'm far from pleased. Coutinho looking a little bit confused and demotivated. I'm going to try and cheer him up. Now he's just confused. I guess that's better than him being demotivated if we just confuse him a little bit. But yeah, we're doing okay here. I'm hoping that we can do a little bit more in this second half, really make this result as comfortable as possible. 49 minutes in, it's 3-2 still, and we have a chance maybe. Mignolet collecting that free kick. Is there going to be a chance here for us to go on the attack? Going to be building from the back. Okay, Mignolet kicks it straight to Eric Dyer, who is now going to spread the ball out wide, and now Tottenham going to come at us again here. As I mentioned, a draw wouldn't be the worst result. A win here would be absolutely amazing. And we could really do with that. As Mbolo threads through Gabriel Barbosa, who runs through, he hits the crossbar. Wow. That was a chance for him to really kind of prove himself, to redeem himself. And unfortunately for us, he hits the crossbar. That was a chance for Mbolo to grab an assist and Gabriel Barbosa to grab a goal. However, the woodwork had other ideas there. And 25 minutes left. We've used 2 subs already, so I can't really afford to do my standard midway through the second half substitution. But looking at the stats, we are on top in this game. There's part of me that wants to go more defensive, but at the same time, you know, we're doing okay going... Oh, well, okay. We were doing okay going attacking, he says, as he concedes an Alderweireld gets a goal. But, yeah, what I was going to say was, I feel like when you're attacking and you're playing well attacking, there's always that risk that if you go defensive, you kind of ask for pressure to come upon yourselves. And, well, I was worried about that. Turns out I'm completely wrong. Spurs scoring from the set piece, going to make it 3-3 here. 15 minutes left. We really do not want to throw away this lead. We do not want to choke this. We maybe have a chance here, though. We do have the ball. Fred to Henderson. Options down the middle. Gabriel Barbosa through on goal. Can he score? He can! And he redeems himself. 4-3. Gabriel Barbosa with the goal. Jordan Henderson with the assist. Both of the sub-strikers. Two players who... they've not quite performed as well as I'd like them to have done at the club, getting key goals in this massive game. Lloris, ball just smashed at his head and, well, he couldn't deal with the power that Gabriel Barbosa unleashed into that shot. And we're going to take a 4-3 lead here. And I'm now going to switch to counter, and we are also going to make a sub. And that sub, well, we are looking really tired after that European game. The sub I'm going to make, I'm going to bring off Bazor and I'm going to bring on Thiago Maia. Some fresh legs in that defensive midfield role. I want Maia to really assert himself and help defensively for the remaining 5 minutes of this game, as we might have another attack here. Barbosa to Embolo. Embolo, Coutinho. Gabriel Barbosa saved. And Lloris will hold on to the rebound. That was a real chance there to put this game beyond doubt with 5 minutes left. Time is ticking away, but if it stays like this, I will not complain one little bit. It's 4-3, and with a minute left, we can't choke this, can we? This is going to go down as a massive win if we hold on here. Although, Spurs on the attack. Please defend, boys. Thiago Maia, the sub. What a tackle that is. Break away if we can now. On the break, on the counter, Mpolo gives it away. Sacco, though, calm head in these nervy times, I guess you could say. Goetze. Embolo through. Can he bury it? Can he put the game beyond doubt? He can. Briel Embolo makes it 5-3. And when you score 5 goals, you're likely to win. It's not been a classic defensive performance by us here. But that is the kind of game and kind of performance that champions put in. A game where we led for a longish spell. We choked it. We went down to 3-3. But the players came up big. And pretty much with the last action of the game, we are going to double our lead to 5-3. Going to earn ourselves 5 goals and 3 crucial away points here. And I'm just going to congratulate the teams. That was an absolutely superb performance. So Arsenal now really our only title rival left. Tottenham still have a chance if we throw away points and slip up, is what I was trying to say in our last few games. Looking at Arsenal's run of fixtures, just so you guys know the situation, they have got Everton, who they're going to be playing tomorrow. We'll actually continue forward for that. They have got Tottenham in their next game too, so if they slip up there, that could be the chance for us to get a little bit of breathing room at the top of the table. They've got a fairly kind run of results as well. They've got Watford too in their last few games, and they've also got Villa, who haven't been too bad this year. So not super easy games for Arsenal. If we look at the injuries here, oh gosh, that's horrible to look at. Firmino out for 7 to 8 months. Jeez. That hurts my heart to see. 7 to 8 months. Well, that certainly takes a little bit of the shine off this episode. Oh dear, that's bad. That's going to be like Christmas next year. He's out till. That's really disappointing. Coutinho getting man of the match, which is, a little bit pleasing. As I said, we'll just continue to Sunday. We'll see how Arsenal get on in their remaining game. We've also got some other matches going on in the league. But yeah, the next episode will be starting against Everton, as I mentioned at the start. It's going to be an end-of-season live com. We will have 4 games left, including the Everton game itself. My plan is to live com until we either win the league or kind of, know where our league position is. Obviously, if we say we win the league with a game to spare, it seems a bit silly to do the end-of-season live com. Because, of course, what I plan to do is do the end-of-season review anyway, where we'll talk about the team and kind of the plans for the next year. So there isn't much point to showing the last game of the season, for example. Anyway, Board have set their budget for the season. This is always one of those exciting times. I think this is the 3rd time, well, in all 3 seasons, I believe I've been live coming at the time that we've secured 4th place. So we get to see our board budgets for the year. How much are we going to have to spend? Drum roll, please. Bam. Wage budget of £4 million. Transfer budget of 70. What? What's my wages at the moment? What is my wage budget is at 2.5 million, and they've given me a £4 million wage budget. Okay. We're going to have a lot of money to spend in the summer. a lot of money. Now, granted, I think a reason for that is that if you look actually at this season, we've actually made a transfer profit in terms of sales. So that's contributed a little bit, but regardless, that's a lot of money to have to spend next year. Maybe I will go out and buy Dybala if that's the case. You'll see here, I'm doing my annual scouty thing, looking at possible, talented players. This guy looks like he could be a very good player. Mauricio Cubello. If you'd like to see a video about how I find my regens, because I'm kind of doing a bit here, I do this throughout the season, let me know. I've obviously done a video like this every year pretty much, as a lot of you long-time viewers will know, but I know I've had a lot of people come over for FM16. If you'd like a video on how I find my regens, how I go about, sifting through players like this, let me know. That's something I'll definitely do if there's significant interest in it. We will just quickly continue forward to this Arsenal game. It's unusual for me to talk so much, I guess, after the result of the episode, but it's been one of those where there's been a fair bit to talk about. Hull beating Man United there. Hull in 18th, beating United in 10th. It's not great for Manchester United. Can Everton do us a favour? Getting a bit of deja vu here. Everton, can you do us a favour? No, you can't. Arsenal get the 3 points there. Going to remain 3 points behind us. With 5 games remaining, of course. Arsenal v Tottenham is a game that's going to be coming up, so maybe Arsenal can slip up there. Tottenham really could do with them giving us a favour by the next episode, I guess. But anyway, that's going to wrap up everything from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching episode 39 here of our Liverpool Save. Hopefully you're enjoying it as always. If you have done, smash the like button. If you've got any comments, leave them down below. And other than that, it is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.